Don't ask me that question. I cannot believe you asked me that question.
I find this an incredible intrusion. Off.
David Bowie could walk into an interview and completely change the atmosphere without even trying.
We could roll you down that aisle naked and see what happens.
Yeah. Some celebrities knew exactly how to handle him. Others had absolutely no idea what they were in for.
How about,
You've bust your G-string.
David Bowie joins Conan for an unexpected musical performance, but just when everything seems to be going smoothly, something hilarious happens that nobody saw coming.
His wonderful name is Conan O'Brien.
hold on. Get to the good part here. Here's the good part.
Ground control.
How about,
You've bust your G-string.
In your group?
Yes, quite definitely. I am the leader.
Are you? You are the bossy egomaniac.
David Bowie's daughter shares a rare childhood video of herself sitting on her father's lap and singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow in a beautiful moment away from the spotlight.
The prospect of virtual reincarnation is something that we've seen in your career. I mean, Ziggy and White Duke, all of them.
Oh, I'm the chameleon of rock, you know.
No, but did you feel like
Self-reinvention is my middle name. Because you know my motto, changes.
David Bowie calmly puts MTV on the spot during an interview, directly asking why the channel wasn't giving black artists the same exposure.
It occurred to me, having watched MTV over the last few months, that it's a solid enterprise and it's got a lot going for it. I'm just floored by the fact that there's so few black artists featured on it. Why is that?
I think that we're trying to move in that direction. We want to play artists that seem to be doing music that fits into what we want to play for MTV. The company is thinking in terms of narrow casting.
That's evident. It's evident in the fact that the only few black artists that one does see are on about 2:30 in the morning or to around 6. Very few are featured predominantly during the day.
No, that's a...
I'll say that over the last couple of weeks these things have been changing, but it's a slow process.
What I'm saying, though, is that there's, as you say, there's certainly a lot of black kids and white kids who may want to see black music. There's a ton of them who are... It's not like it was in '67 where you say, yeah, I'm not into that, you know, but you are, yeah. Now it's, you're into that, I don't like you. And that's scary, and we can't just turn around and go, well, look, this is the right way. We can only teach, I think, a little bit at a time.
Interesting. Okay, thank you very much.
Does that make sense? Valid point?
I understand your point of view.
Okay.
David Bowie jokes that his supermodel wife, Iman, gets up at 6 a.m. to iron his clothes, before admitting he simply couldn't resist telling the truth.
Wonderful stuff here today, and I believe all of it, except for what you told me during the commercial.
Go on.
Iman didn't really get up this morning and iron your outfit.
Darling, will you phone in immediately? And it was very well ironed.
I thought it was exceptional.
She got up at 6 o'clock this morning and she ironed my clothes.
Why do I have a difficult idea envisioning that?
Hello, darling.
She really did.
I had to tell the truth. I cannot tell a lie.
Interesting.
Anymore.
Marriage is working out fine.
Kevin and George from Houston, Texas. You're on with David Bowie.
Hi, David.
Hi, Kevin and George.
I'm down here with my 5-year-old son.
Ah, lovely.
And
is that George, your son?
Been yours already for 2 years. Doesn't play anything but your music constantly. Just loves it. And he'd like to make a request.
Wow. Okay. Hi,
right,
George.
Put him on the phone here. Come on, George.
George.
Hi, David Bowie.
Hi, George.
Can you play Ashes to Ashes for me?
Oh, I'd love to do that.
Thank you.
George.
What?
Oh, never mind.
I'll call you later.
David Bowie can't stop laughing as he recalls the hilarious moment Brian Eno rushed into the studio, declaring he just heard the sound of the future.
And soul music. And the two, of course, came together. I remember Brian Eno running into my... He's going to hate me for this. Running into my room with a single in his hand, he said, "I've heard the future." I said, "Oh, well, you better put it on then." And it was Giorgio Moroder's recording of Donna Summer. I Feel Love. Oh, Brian, oh, that was so funny. And I said, "Are you serious?" And he said, "Yes, listen, that Teutonic drumming, that black voice, this is fantastic." That's more of an aside than anything else, but it was one of the funniest things I've ever heard anybody say.
Let me take one of these request things on the telephone. Hello, is there anybody there? Let me take one of these request things on the telephone. Hello, is there anybody there?
Hello?
Hi. Oh, thank goodness you came in there, Bessie. Who is this?
My name is Betty.
Hey. How are you? Where are you phoning in from?
Walpole, Massachusetts.
Walpole, Massachusetts. I haven't been there for years.
Yeah, you've been to Foxborough Stadium where the New England Patriots have played.
Ooh, hush my mouth.
David Bowie and Eamon became one of music's most iconic couples, but the way Bowie first asked her out was surprisingly simple and almost unbelievably sweet.
Found her intolerably sexy. I think I did something really corny the next day. I think I invited her to, I think probably afternoon tea somewhere.
And he told me he was so nervous, he just said tea. He doesn't drink tea. He never drinks tea. He had coffee.
This footage proves David Bowie was the world's first vlogger.
We're now going across this famous square, the name of which escapes me for a second. We're going to meet we're going to approach a fence over which we're both going to tumble. I hope we don't cause too much attention. We're not, of course, not having a camera crew like you along is just the best way to make it as like Madrid. Now we're approaching Hello! So we could have a drink. Those are some old friends of mine, as you'll quite obviously appreciate. We've been hanging out now for all afternoon. So what do you think? Excuse me, sir. No, not much comment there. Obviously, he's got a bit of a bone to pick with me.
David Bowie takes a simple children's nursery rhyme and performs it like a full-blown rock anthem, turning Hickory Dickory Dock into an unexpectedly hilarious moment.
Hickory Dickory Dock. Do I see this one through?
Yeah.
The mouse ran up the clock struck 1. The mouse ran down, hickory dickory.
David Bowie tells David Gilmour he first saw Pink Floyd when he was 6 or 7, but Gilmour immediately calls out the ridiculous maths, leaving Bowie laughing and admitting he was probably closer to 10.
I'll embarrass him, but the first time I saw them, my parents dragged me along when I was about 6 or 7. And I saw them at the Marquee, I think it was in London.
6 or 7?
Something like that, yeah.
I think not.
So it's really, I have to blame my parents for this great love I've got with Floyd.
I think he's exaggerating the age a little bit.
All right, I was 10. I was around 10.
I contacted Bowie. And I said, here, listen to this thing. Maybe you'd like to sing on it. And finally, I got an email back, and he said, I like the instrumental, but this time, it was like a Marvel movie kind of thing. He's like, it's not really my trip, not my genre of film and stuff. I'd love to work with you at some point, but I don't think this is the time. And so I'm sitting in my living room reading this, like, oh my God, David Bowie writes emails. This is blowing my mind right now. So I immediately emailed back something I don't want to take up more of his time.
Yep.
So I said, thanks for responding. I hope you're well. Take care. And then 1 minute later, he emails back and he says, well, that's settled then. Now,
Come on! Come on!
and I'm like, oh my God, holy crap. Like, David Bowie just told me to
David Bowie gives his hilarious impression of Mick Jagger on Parkinson. and Tom Hanks completely loses it.
And it was priceless. I'd never seen anything so rebellious in my life. Some guy yells out, "Get your hair cut." And Mick says, and I'll never forget these words, "What, and look like you?" I thought, oh my God, this is the future of music.
You have lovely eyes as well.
Well, which one?
Both of them. Just extraordinary.
One's nicer than the other.
David Bowie completely loses patience with an interviewer who keeps digging into his past, finally snapping with the hilarious response. "Can you believe you actually asked me that question?"
Don't ask me that question. I cannot believe you asked me that question.
No? Why not?
Do you believe you actually asked me that question?
Well, it was in the air, wasn't it?
It has been in the air for 20 years. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Is this the real David Bowie? That sounds like a Steve Martin question. It's as near as you're going to get.
David Bowie has everyone in stitches on TFI Friday. So much so that he has to tell the cameraman to stop laughing because he's literally shaking the camera.
Even the tiniest possibility of anthrax being loosed upon me and my family. But then I forgot all about it in a half an hour because Friends came on.
And that's the world we live in.
That's the world we live in.
It is.
Sure enough.
Who are the best kissers?
Stop smiling, your camera's shaking.
David Bowie gets visibly annoyed with a television host when he realizes he's running out of time and is in a hurry to leave.
This evening. Marvellous band, a marvellous new album that we're going to be hearing.
I had a good night's viewing planned, so we run a bit late, so
Do you want me to
I might have to...
rush this? Get it through.
Yeah, let's get this done.
We've only got 15 minutes with you, so we've got 3 subjects to cover in this whole evening of Arte on David Bowie, the legend. We have a documentary running, we have Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence running, we have the Olympia concert running, and of course we want to talk about Heathen. So if I could just throw all of that at you right now, we don't have much time.
Yeah, Heathen, I really like the album, it was fabulous. The Olympia concerts were terrific, wonderful audience. Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, Oshima, wonderful director. Thank you.
And any last thoughts on what you're doing next, quickly, before?
Yeah, I'll probably writing a musical, I expect. That's what I've read.
Well, thanks. Sorry to have taken up so much of your time.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Thank you. We don't need anything else.
Okay.
Right now, we've got to go back to the boring stuff.
I've always wanted to do that.
You have to tell your son everything that you've been through.
My son knows everything I've been through.
Yes, already.
Well, we've had a relationship. I mean, I took custody of him in the middle 70s, which, as you probably know, is very unusual for a father to obtain custody, which probably says a lot about my ex-wife. However, he and I...
Maybe more about you.
That would be nice. He and I have had a very strong, close relationship since that time, and I think now he's nearly 16. It's almost the relationship of 2 brothers, because I try and keep aware, because I have a genuine interest in the things that he's interested in, and the music that he's interested in, the sports that he wants to play, the things that he wants to do in life. So one naturally gravitates towards those things and learns about them, as well as him. So in the process of me sort of taking him over completely, I've grown up as much as he's grown up. Hopefully I've grown up a bit faster because I've got to be a bit further there. But it's been the most rewarding thing for me, and probably the most fulfilling thing in my life.
A testy David Bowie pushes back when he's portrayed as a lazy rock star, giving the interviewer a surprisingly serious explanation of what discipline means to him.
I'm a very disciplined person.
David Bowie makes a surprisingly accurate prediction about the internet while it's still in its infancy, and then delivers a hilarious, sarcastic story to explain exactly what he means.
Has produced such a medium as the internet, which absolutely establishes and shows us that we are living in total fragmentation.
You don't think that some of the claims being made for it are hugely exaggerated? I mean, when the telephone was invented, people made amazing claims.
I know the
president, for example.
The president at the time when it was first invented, he was outrageous. He said he foresaw the day in the future when every town in America would have a telephone. Now how dare he claim like that? Absolute bullshit. No, you see, I don't agree. I think the internet, I don't think we've even seen the tip of the iceberg. I think the potential of what the internet is going to do to society, both good and bad, is unimaginable.
David Bowie jokingly tells the cameraman to f*** off, and somehow makes the whole moment hilarious.
I find this an incredible intrusion. Fuck off.
You know that's the only bit we're going to use, don't you?
Yeah. I know when to pick me lines.
Ricky Gervais tells a hilarious story about the first time he met David Bowie, and how their first time hanging out together turned into a friendship he never expected.
I didn't think he knew I was then. I think someone told him afterwards, and they gave him a DVD of The Office, and I got an email out of the blue from him. He's like the FBI. He just got my email. I think he's like plugged in to the World Wide Web, and he just put, "I watched, I laughed, what do I do now?" And we became sort of pen pals. And I remember I sent him an email for his, I think, 57th or 58th birthday, and I put, "Happy birthday," and I put, 58, isn't it time you got a proper job? Ricky Gervais, 42, comedian. He sent back, "I have a proper job. David Bowie, rock god." Good, that, isn't it?
Thanks for watching. For more, check out the video on screen now, and subscribe if you're new around here. Goodbye.